I've looked for accent tips online.
And it was terrible advice.
But a lot of information is conflicting, or too general, or too specific, or too theoretical, or sometimes just too much.
How am I supposed to know what to do?
And after years of coaching, let me give you my top 5 actionable accent activities that you can incorporate all year long to make real progress. And if pronunciation is interesting to you, subscribe to my channel to learn the ins and outs of mastering an American accent. I have this guilty pleasure too. Sometimes you just want to be a couch potato and binge watch a few seasons or series, even though it's probably not great for us physically, psychologically, or socially.
Everyone's binging these days.
And if it's something you're gonna do anyways, squeeze some language and accent practice out of it. But when you watch multiple episodes, you become immersed, but you might zone out.
You have the binge-watch blinders on.
So instead of passively listening, really pay attention. Hearing the same phrases repeatedly in the same cohesive narrative can reinforce memory retention. As long as you've understood the story of what you're watching, you'll get repetition of vocabulary and learn new words in context. Then you'll probably pick up more contextual clues about the vocabulary choices, and even small gestures and body language you might not pick up if you weren't immersed.
It's all about the details.
Plus, hearing rhythm being constantly repeated in one sitting really helps your prosody. So you become more aware of how subtle variation in intonation shows emotional changes in the characters.
I need to know what you're feeling.
And intonation is a whole rabbit hole, but it's actually my favorite topic for my free American Accent Masterclass. They're on the last Thursday of the month, so if you haven't been to one before, get your invitation with the link below. Why does everyone say this?
I hate subtitles.
Pride? Ego?
No subtitles, bro. It's not a rule.
So there's no law that says just because you don't need them anymore, they still can't be valuable. So turn those subtitles on. It'll make your shadowing way better.
Shadow?
When you mimic, mirror, or imitate, it's so much better when you can see and hear, especially in English, when the spelling and pronunciation aren't transparent. Often, people learn their vocabulary by reading and writing in school, and it's only years later when they hear someone actually say it for the first time.
So that's how you pronounce it.
And shadowing with subtitles on will give you real-time feedback and make your accent more authentic.
I just want to take advantage of this opportunity.
Plus, captioning and subtitles have gotten so much better recently. But maybe someday we can get American English with IPA symbols as a standard option. Whether or not you're shadowing, there's one thing we should probably all be doing more of: recording ourselves.
This makes me cringe talking into this. Listening to my stupid voice.
When our voice is in our head, it registers differently than when we speak out loud. And when we listen to a recording, we start to hear ourselves how other people do.
Is that really how I sound?
You can start getting feedback by yourself, and you'll start to pick up on your own mistakes. But we can only get so far on our own. So, for example, when I speak Spanish or French, I can't catch everything myself. I have to rely on someone else to tell me what I'm doing wrong.
But we don't know what we don't know.
Before you know you're making a mistake, it's an error. And we can't fix our errors until someone points them out to us.
You made an error.
So getting external feedback is crucial when you're ready to reach the next level. And feedback could come from an app, a friend, a group, a language partner, a teacher, or a coach like me.
I need a community.
And when you're ready, you can even join my community for free. We post videos about podcasts and accents and language learning. We have free resources, and we even post our Wordle scores. So give us a try. The link is below, and maybe you found your people. So when I was a kid, I used to love buying language flashcards at garage sales. You know, the paper ones? And people seem to always be getting rid of them because I guess they got bored.
The monotony, the repetition.
But now there are a lot of digital flashcard options. Just make sure to get one that's an SRS, a spaced repetition system. So what's better than mindlessly going through your whole stack of cards again and again?
I might try to space them out a little bit.
SRS algorithms use your performance to show you what to review right when you need it, which is just before you'll forget each item.
It's all about finding ways to make yourself more efficient.
But the other advantage is better long-term retention, which is crucial for acquiring languages and accents.
Let's get those memories down the long term.
And the first SRS that I used for languages was memorize, which grabbed my attention visually and was really easy to use. But then, Quizlet had a long-term learning mode that uses SRS, so you can see which things you know really well and which you have to review more.
But I think this is the best one.
And Anki would be my recommendation for someone who's serious about learning. It's free and open source SRS. And you can use it on various platforms and devices. If you already know Anki, or you want to give it a shot, you can download my vowel practice deck for free. There are 20 cards for you to go through and practice the most important vowel sounds. And you get to listen to me say the audio examples for you. And the words I chose as examples are from the most commonly used words in English, the high frequency list. Because those are the ones you really need to know.
I've known that since I was a kid.
But guess what? You might have a bunch of fossilized errors. You think you know the basics because you learned them a long time ago, but that doesn't mean you're saying all of them correctly. It just means nobody corrected you.
I've been saying it wrong my whole life.
Your brain is convinced you're saying the simple words right, so go back and just check on those words you think you've been saying correctly this whole time. In fact, you can get the link in the description below to my Anki deck for the top 500 words to practice for free as well. I know in other languages, I'm also hungry for more vocabulary. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of words you could always learn.
They will always be there.
But go back and review the basics just to check your foundation, so that you're not mistaking these for this, or leave for live, or eat and it. And if you've noticed that you confuse those specific words, watch this video to really master the difference between the E and the I sounds so that you can speak more clearly. I'm Accent Coach Bianca, and I'm on a mission to help people understand accents better. See you in the next video.